I'm Quint.
I'm Aron.
And
Together.
together we're Quent Aron.
So today we're going to talk about writing at a distance and some of the problems, as in terrible connection. Currently, I'm sitting in my
Yeah, which
bedroom looking at a frozen picture of Quint, no idea if she's talking or not. So we're going to wing it.
great. So
Nope,
it's
I
going
hear.
well because you're frozen on my side, but I look great on my side.
I look fantastic on my side. I clearly need to clean up some junk here. You sound a little bit like Tron the robot. The good
Oh,
news
good.
is, really, for writing, we don't actually have to do this too much. Usually, when we're writing, we can get this across in a phone call or in a chat. But to actually do
Yeah.
videos has proved to be somewhat problematic. But
Yeah,
I
that's
think
mostly
there is a
my
definite
connection.
advantage to it. Sometimes mine. We were without a power for a while here. We got some of the remnants of some tropical storms, hurricanes. I don't know anymore. All I know is a lot of trees fell down and then there was no power. But now it's back. But I think that
Which is
having these times to do these videos definitely has a benefit for us, because you can get so much across that you can't really in a call or um, on a direct message.
yeah, the direct message I think is by far the least efficient when it comes to communication. And then a phone call, of course, is a step above, but I do really get a lot more out of just the nuance of the video chats. It's just unfortunate that we have not only a time difference from living on opposite coasts to deal with, but opposite schedules as far as work and school and kids to all balance out. But then there's always some technical problems getting things set back up, and a lot of it is the internet connections. So
Yeah, that's something
technology
you've
is a
worked
great
quite a bit.
thing.
It is. We couldn't do it without it. But I know you've worked quite a bit at it, and you've got a new cable internet provider. I know ditch digging was involved, not me.
Yes. By ditch, we really mean a trench. Yeah, and I think that there's still some kinks to work out with that. Yeah. Yeah.
Down on the
So
bottom.
the great thing with writing at a distance is, um, clearly our schedules don't line up all the time. And so there's a lot of individual work that takes place also. So when Aaron is not available and I have free time, I wind up doing editing or like editing on the documents, editing on the videos that we do, which I just did a bunch of revamping on that because somebody has a teenage boy who is all like, "Oh, your thumbnails are lame. You should fix that." And
I went and talked to
tags,
my IT
rabbit,
department.
yeah,
My IT department actually came and talked to me. Was like, yeah, mom, really? You need a different thumbnail, or else it doesn't fit the algorithm. And you need this tag generator." And I'm like, okay,
like, wait, what?
I taught you how to put pants on. Give me a little bit of a break here. I was like, hey, wait, I can't insult him too much because I really need what he's saying, because I have no idea. None. So shout out to Declan.
Yeah, yes,
In
thank you, teenage
in Declan
snobbery
speak,
boy.
uh, that was drippy. Yeet. No idea
No idea. Uh, yeah, but
No, but I caught
yes,
myself saying I have to dip. I'm like, gotta dip. I'm like, wait,
you're like, wait, I'm 50. I don't get to say dip
eh?
like that.
Gotta dip, man.
No.
Gotta dip. I don't want no smoke with you, but I gotta dip. I'm like, I
I think
cannot say that. Not
I
appropriate.
think Cruiser does that at some point, and everybody just looks at him like, "What? What just happened?" And he's all like, "Oh, no, I'm disgusted with myself."
I spent a weekend with
I
Juliet and
went
Micah. Things happened.
we went camping, and it was apparently not good for me.
It's an immersion lesson in a foreign language. That's the other advantage, I think, to writing at a distance is we can have the time to kind of think on ideas and ruminate by ourselves and then bring them as like better formed and easier to communicate. I will say we absolutely get more done in person,
Oh,
usually.
absolutely.
For
Oh
not
yeah, because
easily
it's like a
distracted by shiny
nonstop
things.
brain. Yeah, but it's when we're in person, it's a nonstop like brainstorming session. Although
Yeah.
we do easily get distracted by things still,
I don't
and
know how we
and
get
a lot of
easily
editing.
distracted. I think we stayed on topic
This
pretty
is
much this time, right? It's a little unusual. I think we had a
uh
little hiccup at the beginning though, so there's about an extra 30 seconds we can wheel and deal with. My hair isn't blue anymore, so there.
yes, yeah, there is that. Your hair was never blue,
That you
so
know of.
there.
That you know of. You don't know everything about me. You don't know me like that. You don't. Oh, you do. Yeah, kind of you do. Yeah. So life tends to
Yeah, I
kick
do.
us in the teeth, but thanks to technology, we can get together and do this. It's just crapshoot as to whether or not it works, whether or
Yes.
not we end up
Yeah, and
swearing.
yeah. Well, we do that anyway. Um, Yeah, one of the other great things about this is like we don't ever actually schedule like a lot of people seem to be very regimented about their writing schedules where they're like up at 6 a.m. and they do an hour of writing every day, right? Like it
Yeah.
and it doesn't work for us that way. But there's always like writing stuff going on in our heads individually, like whether it's characters that are yapping at us that demanding attention for something that turns into a phone call or other things like at work there's inspiration for what would so and so do in this situation or how would they react, um, but it also means that when we do wind up with days off we try to schedule like the errands that we're running, like, oh, if somebody has an appointment I'm going to go run errands now so that later on it lines up in the evening and
By
we
schedule,
can
we
get some
mean say
writing
this
time
about
in.
the hour before we have some time, because when it pops up, we
Yeah.
take it and we grab it because you know, life, life comes first. As much as we love writing and enjoy what we do, kids are demanding, and so is a job, and so is school, and that has to come first. But this is just like fun time, even though it's annoying. And we are now overtime. And speaking of that, I'm going to kick this back to Quint to say goodbye, y'all. Smooth, right? Smooth.
Peace.
Like
Peace. Wait, up here?
deuces.
Like
Deuces.
deuces? We should have
Deuces.
an outro.
Oh, crap. Well, we'll have to think of that for the next video.
Maybe instead of you
Bye.
disappearing, I'll disappear.
Too late.